Hello everyone, I'm Seltzer. Nice to meet you here again. Today we're not for a single car introduction. Today I would like to show you another new idea to talk about cars. Okay, here we are in Taiwan. Okay, the location, the accurate location would be, we are now in Taiwan and we will go to Taipei. It's around 20 to 30 minutes to take this trip, and I think we can talk about cars here in Taiwan, about an interesting story. But how to choose the car that we want to comment for? That's very interesting, very simple. What we see and what we talk about that car. Okay, this is the first episode for this try. Okay, this program. Let's give it a try. Okay, we will discuss any car that we see in our screen and in front of me, and we'll talk you with the story about this car in Taiwan. I think each car we can talk about 2 or 3 minutes, maybe. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, we are now in the airport highway, and we will go to the Zhongshan highway. So we got the airport system interchange right now, and we are going to head for the north. Okay, let's take a look about what car get in front of me. Let's take a look about that. Okay, here in Taiwan we got many cars. Maybe 70% were Japanese car, and 30% around the European cars. How about American cars? I'm sorry, there's no, you couldn't see it except Tesla. Talk about the gasoline car or hybrid, plug-in hybrid. There's no any American cars right here except Tesla. And later, okay, what we can see now. Okay, there's no cars because we got some cars in front of us, but they are too far away from us. It's not easy to catch them. Okay, let's take it. Let's take a second. We will go to the mainland, and we can see many cars later. Okay. Today we got a cloudy and we got a high wind. So when you're driving a Toyota with such height about the highway, that's very interesting. Okay, look about that. In front of us there's a Toyota RAV4, and it will be the 5th generation. Okay, such car, I think you can easily see such car in North America and China mainland and every place in the world. Okay, it sells very well. Certainly it is the best selling import SUV here in Taiwan. Yes, the RAV4 in Taiwan is imported car. It is not made in Taiwan. That's very interesting because all of its rivals car are made in Taiwan, such like Hyundai Tucson or Honda CR-V, Nissan X-Trail are all made in Taiwan, but not for the Toyota RAV4. But that's very interesting is that because it is import cars, so you have to pay a lot of monies for the tariff. But well, this car got the same price with those cars built in Taiwan. So if you got $1 million Taiwan dollars, you can buy a Toyota RAV4 import from Japan, and you can buy a Honda CR-V built in Taiwan. So people here will think that import cars would be better. The quality, the logo, the image would be better. So people would like to buy Toyota RAV4 rather than Honda CR-V. And my elder brother also did the same thing. He bought a Toyota RAV4 2 years ago, and we make a comparison with the Nissan X-Trail and the Honda CR-V. The Nissan X-Trail was last generation, not the latest generation. So such car is cheap, but I don't think it's suitable for my elder brother. He is not familiar with cars. He doesn't like me. he has no idea which car. So later we test drive the Honda CR-V, and I think the Honda CR-V got not very well because the noise is very ugly. The NVH for the Honda CR-V, no matter 6th generation or 5th generation, is very bad. So after all, he bought a Toyota RAV4, and there's no problem about his RAV4. That's great. Okay, next car I would like to talk to you with this car. This one is rare cars here in Taiwan. It's called Infiniti QX50 2nd generation. The 1st generation QX50 goes from the very first EX37. There's no EX25 sold in Taiwan. I think it's a pity because the tax for such big engine is not very cheap per year here in Taiwan. In Taiwan, we have to pay your tax per year due to your capacity. Each 600cc within one level. Such EX37 represent they got a 3.7 VQ37 engine. You will pay a lot of money every year if you want to drive in Taiwan. So there's not many people would like to buy the EX37. I don't know why there's no EX25 imported to Taiwan, because the capacity is much smaller than EX37. You have to pay a tax per year, it would be much cheaper. Well, I don't know why there's no EX25. But when it turns to the 2nd generation, the QX50 2nd generation, that would be the 2.0 VC turbo engine, which means it's just 2.0. The tax per year paid in Taiwan is much cheaper than the 2.5 did. But well, nobody won't buy it. I don't know why. I never drove such car. I ever drove the VC turbo Nissan Altima L34. I think the engine is very powerful and the chassis is very great at handling. But I don't know if they can preserve such sporty car feeling on this QX50 SUV. But well, there's not many people would like to buy this car. So I'm so surprised that they can see the QX50 right here in Taiwan. It's very, very rare. Actually, the Infiniti is such a brand. It's not popular here in Taiwan recently. It is not easy to find an Infiniti, no matter new cars or old cars here in Taiwan. Okay, so it is a rare car, I have to say. The next one I would like to talk to you is this, the Kia Sportage. I think this Sportage is the latest type. Okay, the Kia Sportage was officially imported in Taiwan since 1st generation. That's a very interesting story that during 1994 to 1997, the government of Taiwan prohibited to import cars from Korea because the Korea got unofficially communication with Taiwan since 1994. But how could we buy the 1st generation Kia Sportage here in Taiwan during 1994 to 1997? Because there's not only one plant to product the 1st generation Kia Sportage. There is another plant to build it that would be in the German, they call it Carmen. Yeah, the Carmen in German ever built the Kia Sportage. So the 1st generation Kia Sportage sold in Taiwan were all built in Germany. That's very interesting. And later, when the Taiwan get into the WTO since 1997, and we have to break up the regulation about the prohibition from Korea to import cars. So we got a 2nd generation Sportage, which were made in Korea, but not very popular, I have to say, because you can buy a lot of type SUV made in Korea or maybe made in Japan. So the 2nd generation Kia Sportage is not very popular here in Taiwan. And we got a 3rd generation, but not very popular. And later, the Kia was gone in Taiwan for around 10 years. That's a pity. And here we can see this Kia Sportage may be the 5th or 6th generation, I'm not sure. Now, the import company in Taiwan for Kia cars is called Derby, which is a Malaysia car company. It's very big in Southeast Asia. Well, such car is not bad. You can easily see it here in Taiwan. Although it is import car and you have to pay a lot of money for the tariff. But actually, I think the design for the Kia now is very awesome. In comparison, when I see the Hyundai, maybe Santa Fe or Tucson, I don't think it's pretty. I think the designer for the Hyundai cars now is a little bit wired, maybe overwired. But I like the design of the Kia. I think that the design for the Kia is very professional. Many people also got the same feeling with me. Yeah, so the Kia got very great performance when selling. Okay. Next, I would like to talk to you with this one, the Toyota Previa. Okay, all of them, what we introduced that or MPV or SUV. Yeah. For me, I'm driving a Toyota Corona, which is a 4-door sedan. But there's not many people who like to buy the sedan now. So people would like to buy the SUV or the MPV. Well, the MPV is not as popular as SUV did in Taiwan. Okay, the Toyota Previa, this is the last generation, but will be the 3rd generation about the Toyota Previa. And 3rd generation Previa was sold over 10 years. It was presented in 2005 and get declined around 2018 or 17. Such car is was very popular in Taiwan because it got awesome with the body design, and it got a powerful engine with 2.4 4-cylinder or 3.6 V6, 3.5 V6 2GR engine. All of the previous sold in Taiwan was made in Japan. It is not built in Taiwan. And the 1st generation Toyota Previa was not officially imported to Taiwan because during 1974 to 1997, the car was made in Japan was prohibited to import to Taiwan. And certainly, the regulation was gone during 1997 because of the WTO regulation. So we can import the 2nd generation Toyota Previa since 2001, and later we got such 3rd generation in 2006, which was very popular. Before. Now you can also easily see the 3rd generation Previa as well here in Taiwan now. Although such car may be 10 or 1 or 2 decades about the age, but the second-hand price is still high. People would like to buy some car because there's no other choice. For example, I got a better friend who wants to buy a 7 seats or 8 seats family mini MPV, but he couldn't buy such cars at such price. He is now driving the Honda Odyssey, Japanese model. Certainly, such car is for left-hand drive. But since 2021, the Honda Odyssey was not built in China, was not built in Japan. It was built in China mainland. But due to the regulation, we couldn't import the cars built in China mainland here in Taiwan. So we couldn't buy the latest Honda Odyssey. And the bad friend would like to buy a new car, but there's no suitable cars for him. After all, what he bought a Toyota Alphard. I think it's very weird because Toyota Alphard is not for family use. But he said, I have no choice, although it is very expensive. The price for the Toyota Alphard would be twice than the Honda Odyssey or such a Toyota Previa. But he has no choice. And when you can buy Toyota Alphard right here in Taiwan, you have to spend 3.16 million Taiwan dollars. Very expensive, and you just get a 2.5 hybrid engine, which is very weak when you full loaded. And if you want to climb the mountain, well, that's a disaster. That would be a disaster. Okay, that's the story about the Toyota Previa. Over here now we got the Zhongshan highway in northern Taiwan, and now we are approached to the Taipei. We were set out the Taoyuan, which is southern, which is located southern Taipei, and now we are in Taipei now. So you can see the lanes for the highway would be much more. But if we get here at rush hour, it will be a very great traffic jam. Thanks God that now it is just 2:22, and today we got weekend, so there's not many cars. But if you get here maybe 2 or 3 hours later, that will be a superbly traffic jam. You can see it. Okay, here's another red car. Oh, I have to say, we're so lucky. We see another Infiniti now. That would be the QX60. Whoa, I'm so surprised. This car is much rarer than the car we've seen previously around the QX50. The QX60 is, I think such car is MPV, but it just shapes like in an SUV. I like the car because it is very wide, and okay, let's take a look at that. Okay, such car is before the minor change, so this car got the 3.5 V6 engine. That would be the VQ35, and if you buy such car later, that will be 2.0 VC turbo. I don't like such small capacity with turbo. I like such cars. It's big capacity cars. So this car, it got a powerful engine, but not very well at the oil consumption. So people would not like to buy such big cars, as well as the bad oil consumption, as well as the tax you have to pay per year. That's not a deal. So it's hard to see one here in Taiwan, I would say. Oh, that's very lucky. And we got another lucky one. That's Nissan Altima. Such an Altima was imported from Japan. I'm not sure. We just got one segment for the Nissan Altima Aero 34. That would be a 2.0 VC turbo. There's no 2.0 natural air inspiration. There's no 2.0 NA cars sold in Taiwan for Aero 34 Altima. That's a pity, I would say. I ever drove such car in the dealer for the test driving car. Such car is very powerful, I would say. Oh, I'm so surprised. Oh, car is full of power. But it is not very popular here in Taiwan because people think we don't like to buy such sporty sedan. So it was dropped since this year, 2025. And if you want to buy such cars, you have to choose Toyota Camry or Skoda Superb. And I think there's no Skoda Superb of sedan you could buy in Taiwan right now because nobody want to buy it. People would like to buy the Superb Combi because it is a station wagon, and that will be more utility. So it is very hard to see a Skoda Superb as well as here in Taiwan. Yeah, today we got a very good luck. We saw a lot of real cars brought by Nissan. Well, what kind of good luck? Yes. Okay, that's our video to talk about random cars we've seen in Taiwan and get about the story. Hope you will like it. I'm Seltzer. I would see you again with such idea when we're driving, when we got any cars, and we make an introduction about the story about these cars. Okay, see you again. Bye bye.